Now let's start with the questions of while loop. So these are the few questions of while loop which you can attempt. First question is separate each digit of a number and print it on a new line. So you have to do this by separating each digit. Second question is accept a number and print it reverse. Third is accept a number and check if it is a planidromic number. If the number means if number and its reverse are equal. Question number 4, create a random number guessing game with Python. So you have to attempt these 4 questions. If you have any doubt, you can comment down. I will reply. Now let's move to the next topic, which is functions, which is a very important topic and a most awaited topic, functions, because students mostly have confusion in this topic mainly. What are functions? Function is a Python group reusable code into a block that can be executed by calling the function name. What does it mean? It means function is a block of code which we can use by calling its name, and it is used to perform a specific task. So we use a function like print. Print is used to generate an output. So we use print. Like print is example of function. So print we use, right? This helps avoid repetition and makes program modular and readable. What does it mean by modular and readable? Modular and readable means the program is look more cleaner, shorter, and more readable in nature, right? Number second, there are many inbuilt functions in Python like print, input, len. I give example of print. Input is also a function. Len is also a function. These all are functions, right? Next point, but you can create your own function, and they are called as user defined functions. Means you can create your own functions and it will be known as user defined function. Remember the name user defined function, right? Another, to make your own functions you have to use the def keyword and then name of function. After this you have to call this function by name and parenthesis. Means you have to call by name and parenthesis. Okay, it is def, it is like this example of functions. We are calling the function. This example of that, def greet bracket print hello, welcome to Python. Greet, it is hashtag calling function, means here we are calling function. So this is example how we are calling functions. Just remember what I have marked. So these are very important that I have marked. Next is functions, parameter and arguments. First thing I want to talk about is parameters. Parameters are variables listed inside function definitions. To make the functions, we have to accept inside the parentheses of functions. What does it mean? I am repeating the sentence again. First thing I want to talk about parameters. Parameters are variables listed inside function definitions. To make functions, we have an accept inside the parentheses as a functions. It means it is listed inside function definitions. Okay, to accept the parentheses of a function. This is example of parenthesis. Def print name, print hello name. The name is what? Name is here is a parameter. It is inside a function, right? Let's move to the next topic, arguments. What do you mean by arguments? Do you know anything? Let's read the sentence. Arguments are values passed by a function when it is called. Means it is passed when it is called, right? Just remember the word I am highlighting. It will be very helpful in your notes also. For example, you can say you have created a parameter that working like variable, and then we can press values to our variables using arguments, right? This is example of this. So you can read it. Def greet name. Name is the parameter as we know, and print hello name. The name it will come, means the input you are giving, it will come. Greet Alice. Alice is an argument. So do you know the difference between parameters and argument? I hope so. Next point. As you know, as you can see, my name is parameter and Alice are an argument, and we pass the name, and you can pass n number of parameters and arguments, but they must be same. Like if you have taken 3 parameters, you have to provide three arguments, otherwise there will be an error. So remember this point also. These and the remember point from here itself, it is very important. I am highlighting it just to make you understand. And you can pass number of parameters and arguments, but they must be same. Like if you have taken three parameters, you have to provide three arguments, otherwise there will be an error, right? Let's move to next point. And another thing is first parameter will always capture first argument and so on. Means the first parameter will always capture the first argument. So these are very important times, important points. Just remember this. These arguments are called positional arguments. What are this called? This can come in MCQs or something like that. So just remember, this can come in MCQ with this positional argument. Let's move to another topic, which is types of argument. Now there are three types of arguments we can pass through: parameters, positional argument, default argument, key argument. For understanding these will be the first three examples. Means these are the examples, and here we are showing the examples. Means these are the names and these are the examples. So you can pause and read also. Def add a b, return a plus b, print at 3 comma 5 bracket close. So this is an assign to a 5b, means assigned to a and 5 to b, right? Another thing, def introduce name age, print FIM and I am 8 years old, means the user will write here, it will give input and it will be print, right? Means let's say user has written name as John and age as 25. Def greet, name guess, print hello, name, greet bracket close, user default value guest, guest greet Bob, user Bob. Let's read the sentence. First example, show how positional argument work. Means this shows how the positional argument work, as you can see here. Second example shows how default argument work here. If you don't pass any value, still function will run. Means if you don't pass any value, still the function will run here. And third, last example will show you how keyboard argument works. Using this, you pass value by any order. So this is example of third one, right? Now let's move to data structures. What is data structures? Inbuilt data structure. Data structures are used to store, organize and manipulate data efficiently, right? Python provides several built-in data structures, and for storing multiple values, we can again use variables. Now in Python, we have four types of built-in data structure: list, tuple, dictionary, set. Custom data structure. Now there are some custom data structure as well as like stack, queue, linked list, graph. These are the example of, these are the data structures, right? And around these data structures there are some algorithms like searching, sorting algorithms, and here is why the study of all data structures algorithm called data structures and algorithms. So this is the reason why it is called data structures and algorithms. So these are the types of data structures. I am highlighting it, it will be helpful for you. Let's be clear, these Python notes are not for DSA. It will be cover all built-in data structures. Remember, it is Python notes, not the DSA notes, but for your glance it is given here, right? Now let's to move to our next topic, list. So what is list? List powers. First let me understand what are the power of list. Before starting, we need to understand some of the terminologies. First, mutable. What is mutable? Mutability refers to whether an object value can be changed after creation and list follows. Means whether object value can be changed. So this is the important point. I am highlighting it. Next point is duplicate. We know data structures are used to store multiple values. So duplicate means value occurring multiple times. Means value is occurring multiple times. List allow this. So remember this point. It is also very helpful. Next point is ordered. List maintains ordered data structure in the sequence elements, and they are instead, this means you can access data using their positions, in which is index, right? So next point is heterogeneous, right? Lists have heterogeneous nature. That means we can have multiple data inside the list. So these are, you have to learn these terminologies. What are the terminologies for list powers? Let's learn list basics, right? First, we have to know what is syntax of list, and to create list, we have to use square brackets. Means you have to use square bracket. This is square bracket we are using to create a list. Means fruit, apple, banana, cherry, numbers 10, 20, 30, 40. The apple, these are strings, so these are in the quotes, and these are integers, so these are not in the quotes, right?